My name is Creston Lynch, and I am honored to serve in co-chairship of the Campus Community Engagement Committee for the RA Task Force in collaboration with Dr. Betsy DeMolder and Nance Lucas. So I want to certainly thank and acknowledge them for the work that they have helped to contribute to this. And I'd also like to acknowledge the many, many committee members that we've had an opportunity to engage with that have provided a broad and a deep level of contributions to the work that we've done. And because there was so much enthusiasm around the work that we were doing, our committee grew. And so we were able to divide into subcommittees that looked at campus and community engagement from the perspective of committees and commissions, from the perspective of K-12 and community partnerships, alumni and community engagement, campus climate, as well as campus-wide programming. And so we're hoping that our set of recommendations will center us, as Dr. Washington and Shanita have said, that will center us in the local, regional, and national conversations around anti-racism and inclusive excellence. And here are our recommendations. The first, and we've heard it already today, but we first heard it from President Washington in his earlier remarks around the things that he wanted to accomplish as far as early action items as it relates to a community policing task force. But we've heard it today in our students, and we've heard it reverberated throughout our entire conversation. This is clearly something that our entire campus community is invested in. And so we are interested in establishing a community policing council advisory board that will allow us to explore ways through an interdisciplinary scope, expanding membership that includes not only our faculty, our staff, and our community members, but also leveraging the access to local and national experts as it relates to community policing, so that we might not only be enhancing our relationships between our campus and our community, our community policing and our campus partners, but we are being a national beacon. We're leading thought leaders. We're innovative thought leaders in the ways in which we approach not only policing relationships on this campus, but the ways in which we guide community policing in the entire country. So we're ambitious and excited about that. We're also excited about informing and changing the narrative, and we've heard those themes today as well. And so we will support our university naming committee in renaming, denaming when appropriate, our campus buildings, our campus rooms, as well as our campus facilities in a way that reflects our commitment to social justice, to anti-racism and inclusive excellence. And we want to do that in a way that's interdisciplinary as well. We want to expand that membership and expand that process to a point where we're including our faculty, our staff, and we're creating more experiential learning opportunities so that our students might be able to be involved in that process as well. And this, again, will position us, as other institutions have done so, in those conversations around the ways in which we approach our work through the lens of narrative change. And so we've talked about relationship building, enhancing relationships. We've also talked about narrative change, but when you think about interweaving those concepts into eliminating issues that are related to segregation, marginalization, social, civil, and criminal policies, as well as our policies and our economy, structural inequality, you have our Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation framework. And so in that regard, our third recommendation is to enhance our TRHT Campus Center in a way that leverages all of the good work that's happening on campus. And we can talk about the work that's being done at our colleges and schools, and our Mason Legacy Center, our Campus Ministry Association. And we can also think about ways in which our students have requested more opportunities to have more deeper and more meaningful conversations around ways in which we can elevate and we can increase their capacity to not only change the environment around them to make Mason a better place, but to also make our Beyond Society a better place as well. And this, again, will also position us to elevate the goals, the objectives that have been respected and reflected in our quality enhancement program, as well as other places and spaces on campus. And so we're excited to continue these conversations and to continue to work with our campus community in advancing these recommendations. Those are our recommendations.